guess what I got? I finally got my Makeup by Mario palette. And these are the 2 eyeshadow looks that I got with it. So if you want to see how this palette performed and how I got these 2 looks, then please keep watching. I finally got it. It finally came. It took over a week, but it's finally here. I finally got the new Mario Ethereal Eyes Nature palette. I am so relieved to be holding this right now. And this is the packaging. It's very sleek and black, as you can see. And Mario's actually signed his name on the packaging as well. And of course we have beautiful sleek packaging on the inside as well. And this palette's made in the US. This is the bit that I have been looking forward to since I got this palette. I haven't even looked at it myself yet, so I'm going to open it up now. I'm just giving you one more look at it while it's still pretty, because now I'm going to do the swatches. Here are the swatches of the bottom row of the palette. We have 2 satin formulas in the middle here, and then we have the 2 mattes on the edge. And here I have the middle row. You've got your 2 matte shades on the ends. You've got a light, soft brown matte shade. You've got this absolutely stunning, gorgeous, shimmery metallic shade. And then you've got a gorgeous soft bronze shade. And then once again, we've got another matte. That's the shades there together. So this is the bottom row and then the middle row. And these shades are the top part of the palette. We have this creamy matte shade here, which actually has glitter particles in it. And then we have this soft golden shade that's quite shimmery. Then we sort of have the deeper green, which this one here actually swatches quite sheer. I was actually expecting this one to be a lot more pigmented than what it is. Then we have a soft golden matte shade on the end. The swatches are absolutely stunning. The mattes are coming out smoothly and not patchy. My favorite shade would have to be this shimmery green shade. I'm absolutely dying to get this onto my eyes. The shades in this palette that have surprised me so far just from swatching them would have to be this green shade here. It was actually very sheer when I swatched it. This little shade here is quite surprising. When you look at it in person, it looks matte, but then it's got like these little glitter particles in it. So that was quite unexpected. So on this eye, I'm going to be focusing mainly on this side of the palette with more bronzy shades. I've never used Mario's palettes before, so this is actually the first time that I have used one. I'm just starting off with this soft matte shade here, and I'm just going to pop this one in the crease. Ooh, that one's actually really pigmented. That is blending in beautifully. This color's gorgeous. You could have this as just an everyday look. I can see I'll be using this one a lot as my transition shade. That's really pretty. I've got my flat shader brush and I'm going into that shade that looks matte but has the glitter particles in it. Ooh, I was not expecting that. It's actually quite bright on the eye. This shade's actually really good for brightening the eye. Look at that. It's just added so much more light to the eye. If you wanted a really natural everyday look, these two colors together look lovely. I'm just going in with this middle metallic shade. It's almost like a bronzed shimmery shade, and I'm going to go over the top of that because I want more of a shimmery look. I just wanted to experiment with that lighter color to see how it came out. This color's really pretty. And I've got no fallout at all with that shade because it is quite of a metallic shimmery shade and there's absolutely no fallout whatsoever. I'm just going in with my smudge shadower brush and I'm going into this deeper matte shade. And I'm just going to pop this on the outer corner just to see what depth we can get with it. The thing with these shades are they're absolutely foolproof. They don't come out extremely pigmented where you have to blend and blend. These just blend themselves. You actually cannot make a mistake with this palette. It's a foolproof palette and it's actually really beginner friendly. And I'm just going in with my smudger brush with the same shade that we began with in the crease. I'm going to bring this one underneath. I'm finding the colors are seamlessly blending beautifully together. The colors all work so well together. There's this little gold shade here, so I'm going to see how it goes in the middle of the eye. We'll see what look we can get with that. I'm not normally a fan of this sort of yellow toned. It's almost like a soft custardy tone. I'm not normally a fan of this, but I want to see how it goes in the middle of the eye. You can subtly see it, but it hasn't had too much impact. It's there. It's extremely subtle. I'm going to use that same color as an inner corner highlight just to see what impact we can get separate from the other shadows. I'm just going in with my flat brush and I'll just pop it in the middle. Oh, it actually has quite a lot of impact. Once you separate it from the other shadows, You can actually see that. That actually has a really nice impact as an inner corner highlight. I would never have expected to use that tone as an inner corner highlight because in person it looks like a really soft lemon tone. Almost like a soft custard tone, a gentle, it's like a gentle, I want to say yellow. I don't think yellow is doing it any justice. It's like a soft lemon, not even lemon. This color is hard to describe. It almost has a soft creamy effect on the eye. I think it actually looks very natural, approachable, and an everyday kind of look. That's a pretty everyday look, but I want to see if I can build it up with this shade here to see if I can get more depth. I might just add a little bit more depth with this tone here on the outer part of my eye. Oh, I just realized I haven't used this shade yet. This one here is more of a gold shimmery brown, so I'm actually going to add this one because I want to use all shades on that side. So we'll see what effect we can get with that one. This shade's actually added a lot more depth to the look. Okay, I think I want to build this look up. I want to see how far I can take it. So I'm going to go in with this deep matte shade here. And I'm actually going to pre-blend it on my hand. I pre-blended it there and look how cloud-like it comes out on the hand. It's just so soft. We'll just add a little bit more depth with that one and we'll see how deep we can take this look. That's actually added quite a lot of depth to the eye, that one there. So at least you know that you can get a lot more depth with this eyeshadow palette. Okay, so this is the final look. As you can see, you can actually get really gorgeous everyday looks with it, and you can smoke it out if you want to, so you can get a lot more depth with the look as well. It is absolutely user-friendly. You don't need to be scared of these deeper tones in here because they just blend beautifully. Okay, so now on this eye, I'm going into the greens. I've been looking forward to this so much. So on this side of the eye, I'm going to be focusing more on the green tones of the palette, and I'm also going to bring in that maroon tone as well. So I'm just going to begin with this soft caramel matte shade, and I'm going to pop this in my crease. You could easily get more than 2 looks with this palette. I could probably get about 5 looks from this palette. But if I did 5 looks, this video would be way too long. Ooh, once again, this is blending beautifully. Absolutely stunning. Stunning mattes. No effort, that's blended. Now I'm just going into this soft creamy shade here. This one's a soft creamy matte. I'm just going to bring this across my lid. My aim is to use every single eyeshadow in this palette. That color is extremely subtle. You do get a little bit of something from it. Okay, so now I'm actually going in with this deeper green shade. Now you'd actually be surprised, this shade's not as pigmented as what you'd imagine. I'll actually bring it right across so you can see. Oh, but it's absolutely stunning. Look at that. And it's not too much for every day. It is so approachable. Okay, now I've got my eye intensifier brush and I'm going into this maroon shade. And I'm just going to blend it on the outside. I want to see what kind of look we can get with this one here. It actually adds a little bit of interest to the eye. Look at that. This color is actually very, very flattering. I'm just trying to build it up so you can see what kind of tone that you get from it. Very beautiful and warm. It's a reddy brown, so it's a wearable red. So it's actually added a lot more depth and warmth to the look. So now I'm wanting to get a little bit more green back in there again. So now I'm going in with my favorite shade. Yay! This shade here is stunning. Oh, let's watch. Getting a lot more green back in the look again. I'm really building up the green. I really wanted the green to be the star of the show in this look. This color here actually overtook it. But it still does have a fair bit of green. I'm going with that shimmery matte shade, and I'm just going to bring it in on the inner part of my eye just to lighten the look up a little bit and open the eye up. I want to brighten this part of my eye. That's better. It's just opened it up a little bit. And I'm just going in with that same shade as an inner corner highlight on this eye. This is the perfect inner corner highlight shade. And I'm just going in with that same shade I started in with the crease, and I'm bringing under my lash line. I'm also going to add a little bit more of that green, and I'm going to see if I can bring some underneath. I have absolutely zero fallout from any of these shades. None, not even a speck. I'm going into this deeper matte shade. I want to see if I can use it as an eyeliner. And I've just got my angle brush. This actually makes a really great eyeliner. I have got absolutely no fallout whatsoever. I find in some palettes, when I try and use a matte shade as an eyeliner, I can get a little bit of fallout, but I've got zero fallout and I find it has great impact as an eyeliner. I know that some people were a little bit disappointed that the formulation didn't have those same shimmers as his other palettes. I actually don't have any of Mario's other palettes, so I haven't tried those shimmers, but I must admit I enjoy the fact that this palette is so user-friendly. You cannot make a mistake. It is great for somebody that's starting out with makeup because I found it incredibly easy to blend. I find this palette absolutely elegant and sophisticated. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you found it helpful. So if you found this video helpful, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, as it helps me out a lot. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.